Hey guys, Chaos50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the D-3 version 15th from Digimon Adventure 02. This is a new version of the original D-3, created for the Digimon Anime 15th Anniversary project. And this device comes in 3 different colors. The version I have is the Daisuke/Davis Momoya color. It also comes in a Kenichi Joji color, which is all black, and then a Paildramon color, which is black and green. So, let's get started. So to start, let's look at the Digivice on its own. So here we have it, and from what I can tell, this is form-wise pretty much identical to how the original Japanese toy looked. It has a white base with blue rubber grips, as well as black rubber buttons here and here, and then an orange button here for the power. It's got the left and right buttons here, and the antenna up here. You can see it has the writing for Digimon Link System up here on the top. Have the screen, the connectors to connect with other Digivices, and then the clip on the back, and this does include a battery. So, to get started with this, press and hold the power button to turn it on, or rather it's more of a sleep button. So, here we have the LCD screen displaying one of the Digimon. In this case, by default I've set it to Vmon. So first off, let's look at the various Digimon partners that you can have access to in this game. So, you have Vmon, Wormmon, Hawkmon, Gatomon, Armadillomon, Patamon, and Vidramon. Now if we look at them, you can take a look at their normal stats. What Digimon they digivolve into using Digi-Eggs. And then their Digivolutions. And then like in the TV series, you can use any Digi-Egg on any Digimon, leading them to have a lot more to access. Obviously this is not how it originally was when I first got it, since I have maxed this out in terms of obtaining all of the different Digimon and Digivolutions. So I'm just going to go through all of the different Digivolutions they have access to, both normally and armor Digivolutions. And though there is one small strange thing, in that because Gatomon starts as a champion, but has the same win requirements in Digivolve, the first Digivolution is just to a stronger Gatomon, then it goes to Anguamon, and then Magnetramon. Now, an interesting thing about Vidramon here is that Vidramon was also a Digimon you could access in the original, or rather the Digivice version 15th, but you couldn't Digivolve it. But in this case, you can actually level up or get a lot of wins to allow to Digivolve into Aero Vidramon and then All-Force Vidramon. Now another thing to note is the partner system in this game. The only 2 Digimon you can have as your default partner are Vmon and Wormmon. If you try to select a different Digimon, and then go back, it'll just take you to whatever partner you were last on. So in order to use these Digimon in battle, you need to select the ally function, which means that these are Digimon you can only use in battle and can't really have as your default partner. So, by hitting the left button, you can access your clock. Hitting the right button will get you to the menu. So, we have a few different options here. We have Digi-Eggs or Digimentals, Craning, Search, Connection, Status, Healing, and Next. So for the Digi-Egg option, you can see all of your collected armored Digi-Eggs. For training, you can take a Digimon and choose one of two different training options. And this is actually something that's used to influence kind of how they battle, as there are two types, light and darkness. For light training, you have to shake the Digivice a lot. And for the darkness training, wait 3 seconds and then rapidly press the A button here. Now the purpose of this is actually to influence just which type of counting system you'll use for your battles. If you would do more of the light training, it'll be the shaking, and if you do more of the dark training, it'll be the button pressing. This is also something that's influenced by the time of day. As you look at one of the Digimon, you can see whether they are virus, data, or vaccine. And if you win a lot of battles during the day, it'll go more towards the vaccine side, but if you do a lot of battles at night, it'll go more towards the virus side. So next we have the search option, and this is what will let you search for Digi-Eggs. Now this works similarly to the Digivice version 15, in that you have to take this and search for EM waves in order to get a signal, and then find something. And in order to demonstrate that, I'm going to bring in my cell phone. So normally if I have it near here, it won't have any reaction, but if I open it up, and then access the internet app, and then say try to go to a website like Google. Normally it should react when it's trying to connect something, so I'll try connecting to Facebook. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason I'm not quite getting it to work. So I'm going to try that again and see if I can connect to something else. So let's see. Try going to my settings and see if I can disconnect and then reconnect to the internet. Normally this would work, as I tried this and this did work, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. I'm actually going to pause here and try to figure out a way to show you guys this feature, then get back to you. Okay, so this is a little bit unorthodox, but I've brought the camera over to the connection point for the internet cable in this room. So I'm going to go to search mode again, put it near there. Alright, got a signal. And so allows you to get part of a Digi-Egg. Now, if you already are maxed out on your Digi-Eggs, you'll have that animation, but that's basically how it works. So, coming back to the table, one more thing to note about the Digi-Eggs is that, as you can see here, there are 3 bars below each Digi-Egg, meaning you have to collect the same Digi-Egg signal 3 times in order to get 1 Digi-Egg, and it goes up to a max of 3 of each kind. The next feature is the connection, which gives the option to battle or trade. Now, trading is for trading different Digi-Eggs with other D-3 version 15ths. So I can't show that off. But what I can show off is a battle with the help of my Digivice version 15th. So, for this we'll have to select battle, then select which kind of device we're going to be battling, which lets you choose from D3, Digivice, Digimon Pendulum, or Digimon V-Pad. So we'll select Digivice. Then it lets us select if we want to battle using Digi-Egg, call an ally, or Digivolve. So, this is for an interesting battle. I'll Digivolve him to his highest point. I'll do the same thing over here. So, connect them up, then press the A button on one of them, and then they'll battle. And in the end, one of them will come out victorious. After that, we have the stats screen, where you can look at your win and lose percentage. So, since for this, I only just started doing the battles with this device, I have 1 win, 1 loss, so it's at 50%. This option is for healing a Digimon if it's lost a battle. Then finally we have the next option. Now, this is one that you have to use initially here and then get it unlocked on here. But if you select next on both of them, and connect them, and press A on one of them, you can see that there's a transfer of data. With that fancy animation, and what that will do is that it will allow you to unlock a new area near the end of the in-game game. And this will allow you to access kind of bonus areas based on the Digimon movies Our War Game and Revenge of Diaboromon. So, the last thing to show off is the basic battle system. And so for that, this uses a pendulum system. So you guys don't have to sit through me shaking this in order to get a battle. I will cut to when I get a battle. Alright, so now I've gotten into a battle. So, again we have the same options as the Link battle, which are Attack, Digi-Egg, Ally, and Digivolve. So, in this case, I'll select Digi-Egg and select the Digi-Egg of Courage to Digivolve Vmon, or Armor Digivolve Vmon into Flamedramon. Alright, so then, press the button rapidly, then the battle will play out. And there we go. So as a couple of final notes, one thing I want to clear up about the win ratio that I showed earlier is that the half and half actually comes from a loss that happened to this Digivice in a cut take. Additionally, if we press the B button while it's just on the main standby screen, we'll bring it to your map, and pressing the A button will allow you to see the different areas. And there are a total of 28 areas. Though areas 26 through 28 aren't accessible unless you actually use the next feature. Then, we press B. It'll show how many steps till the area is complete, and if it's completed, it'll show that. Next, it'll show you how many steps you've taken total. And there we go. So, overall, the D3 version 15th is another good Digivice toy. Definitely does have some changes from the Digivice version 15th, but those just seem to be how they were different in the original versions. And there are some positives and negatives. Among the positives, I'd say one of the big positives is the ability to be able to access the search function anytime you want, as long as you have enough DP, or Digimon points, instead of kind of waiting for it to randomly happen, which is what the Digivice version 15th had. And it's also cool to be able to have access to all of these Digi-Eggs and Armor Digivolutions, including ones that weren't used in the TV series. Now, among the downsides, one would certainly be that the RNG in this game is pretty bad, in that I've encountered times where even when I was at the same level or stronger than my opponent Digimon, there would still be times where, because I didn't do enough presses or didn't get a high enough count, that Digimon would go first, get in the first hits, and eventually I would lose. But it still is overall good, and I guess kind of the other bad thing, in my opinion, would be how in this Digivice you can only select 2 of the Digimon as your default partner, whereas in the Digivice version 15th you could select any of them as your default partner. But at the very least you can still use all of them in battle, so that makes it not too bad. Overall, I would definitely recommend this to any fan of Digimon Adventure 02, aka the second season of Digimon Digital Monsters, as this is definitely the quintessential version of the D3 LCD game. So, next time I'll be doing the game scope from Xaid. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe. And for now, this is Character50, writing off.